Hey, what's up guys? Your boy Zach's Network is here right today. Anyways, we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch and its backwards compatibility problem. So if you guys really haven't heard, it's kind of old right now, but I keep hearing a lot of people in the comment section, different videos, saying different stuff like, oh, will the Nintendo Switch be backwards compatible with the Wii U or my 3DS? And here's my overall problem towards this. I really feel that people are focusing way too much on this overall backwards compatibility problem. I think the biggest thing that Nintendo needs to really stay stuck on is going to be getting the good third-party support and the really good first-party support, because the Nintendo Switch has to have a killer support. Nintendo Switch has to be the bee's knees, not only in terms of hype, but it has to have all the games to really justify its value when it comes out. They need to have Zelda Breath of the Wild on mark right when the Nintendo Switch launches. It's going to be unacceptable if they don't. And I really think that's far more important. A lot of people keep saying we need backwards compatibility. We really don't. I mean, when you really look at overall sales, the Nintendo Wii U was one of the least selling Nintendo platforms they ever made from the Virtual Boy. It's like their first worst. I mean, their second worst, of course, at first. First was Virtual Boy, and now the second is now the Wii U. With Wii U overall sales, along with the market of the Wii U, it really would not be smart for the Switch to have been backwards compatibility. And yes, had been, because it's not backwards compatible at all, and it will not be. The Switch is going to be a tablet-like device. It does not support optical drives. It's going to be cartridge-based, and it's going to be running significantly newer architecture than the Nintendo Wii U. So it's no possible way it could be backwards compatible unless Nintendo found out to port, and they can port all the games from the Wii U to the Nintendo Switch to make it designed specifically for Switch. And you also need to look in the fact that the actual 3DS games require dual screens, whereas the Switch is only one screen, so it's pretty much out of the question. Like I said, architecture and also price, because Nintendo would theoretically have to put a small chip that's inside the 3DS, the chipset of the 3DS inside the Nintendo Switch. Then they have to go into the process of like making the cartridge for Switch fit, if that were the case, but that's not going to be the issue. And overall, that would have drove the price of the Nintendo Switch a lot more expensive, and it would have made it thicker, and we really don't want that. We want the system to be as powerful as Nintendo can make it for the price that it actually will be. And that's pretty much my overall thoughts that I really have in terms of backwards compatibility. I think that Nintendo should focus significantly more about actually branching out and getting the amazing third-party support, as well as the really good first-party support. We need Zelda Breath of the Wild. We need to get Pikmin 4. We need to get a new 3D Mario game. We need to get the new Skyrim game. We need to get 2K. We need to get Madden. We need to get Battlefield, the new Call of Duty. I know there's a lot of big things that are really coming out. The new Sonic game. There's so much stuff coming out, guys. And I really couldn't justify using backwards compatibility to be the value of a brand new console. And that's really my overall thoughts. I really think it's really damn good that the Nintendo Switch will not be backwards compatible. And it's actually really funny because a lot of people that actually want the Switch to be backwards compatible are actually people that already own a Wii U. They're saying, oh, they should make it backwards compatible, and that's really not the case. We do not need the Nintendo Switch by any means to be backwards compatible with the Nintendo Wii U, if that were the case. By no means. I mean, we can get a port, like a new Smash Bros. Game ported, and have like an enhanced port, make it native 1080p, make it look a lot more beautiful, native, just run beautifully at 60 frames per second, no dips whatsoever like the Wii U would sometimes get. And when you're running with multiple characters, of course, like 8 players on Smash, the Wii U, especially the Ice Climbers, the Wii U would really have some actual situations where frames would drop from so many things going on. And with the Switch's hardware, with it being more powerful than an Xbox One, you're going to be able to fully utilize the ports and make it play significantly better and also look significantly better. And that's going to be really amazing. It's going to be the definitive version of Smash that you could have got. And using the port system, they could actually bring some of their best games over from the Wii U to the Nintendo Switch. So Nintendo could bring the experience over from the Switch, from the Nintendo Wii U to Switch, to really do it that way. I think that's a lot better than backwards compatibility. And a lot of people are going to say, but Zach, that's like the same thing I'm talking about. Well, that's not the case, guys. Having a port and is basically remastering it and making it specifically for Switch. Having backwards compatibility is basically just ejecting or downloading the game in, and bam, you're technically running it off of the Wii U. It would look and play exactly like the Wii U would have. But a port would be enhanced. They have better graphics. They have better frame rate. They could have features that originally did not exist inside the Wii U version, like some free stages, some extra characters. That's what an advanced port really would be. And I honestly think that waiting for Nintendo to release a a enhanced port would be significantly better, because what's the point of rebuying your Wii U games over for the Switch to have digitally, because the system is going to be a tablet-like device with like the two nice little sliders that looks real sexy, the little Joy sliders in there. That baby looks real bad. It looks beautiful. Like, I remember them having a rumor saying it looks like Samsung and Nintendo had a baby. It looks like that shit, man. It really does. But overall, that's my overall focus. I really think having the best enhanced ports of the best Wii U games like Xenoblade, Bayonetta, stuff like that, are really going to be the biggest things. Also, Super Mario 3D World, that's going to be the biggest stuff that's really going to pull people in. And that's going to give and entice people that, hey, if you didn't play a Wii U, here's their enhanced, better version on Switch. You know, we're not going to have backwards compatibility with the Wii U, because the Wii U is just so totally different, and it would be more expensive, and we really want to run away from the Wii experience. But we can really bring some of our best games, depending on terms of how it plays and functions, to Switch, along with bringing you a brand new overall experience and focusing solely on our new franchises, as well as having a fantastic third-party support and a new way to play. But that's my thought, guys. Make sure to add your thoughts in the comment section. What do you feel about backwards compatibility? Do you think Nintendo might have made a mistake? You really think it would have been possible for Nintendo to give the kind of power and price to performance the Switch will be said to offer, along with this beautiful new 1080p that's already 1080p display that's already been announced by a developer at Foxconn? Make sure to give your overall thoughts. Think it was a bad idea for the absence of backwards compatibility, or do you think it really will be good? You agree with me. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching my video. Make sure to subscribe to my content if you like hearing the real deal logic, not BS and all that stuff. Have a damn good one, guys. And also, have a nice day.